So this is live.
Yep.
All right, let's see if it comes up.
There we go.
Oh, man.
Oh, look at that.
Now that LOX load is complete on the first stage, we will start to see some of those white clouds form around the vehicle. We'll see more of that occur after LOX load completes.
Slight delay
about
over
20 seconds
YouTube.
on the second stage.
Yeah, there always
That's
is.
just liquid
I like it.
oxygen venting from the lines into
Silent
E.
treatment for
Don't worry about that smoke. You know, one thing I got to give SpaceX.
Up in just a couple of seconds here.
Good call, Eric.
I don't know if this is the same woman that did the when they had the explosion, and she was like, "That was a rapid deconstruction. Don't worry, it's totally normal."
As we said before,
Rapid, unplanned.
Item leading up to
Wasn't deconstruction, but
No,
yeah.
I know, but it was
right.
something like that,
Yeah.
right?
On the weather front, everything continues nominally with our.
Feel like a
countdown so
cam
far.
girl shouting out, Eric.
On-time
Thanks,
launch.
Eric. Love your comment.
There we heard that call out.
Oh, silent treatment
letting
for
us
you,
know
big
that
boy.
Falcon stage 2 LOX
Rapid
load
unscheduled
is
disassembly.
Falcon
There
nine.
it is.
Fully
Yeah,
loaded
there it
with all
is.
of its propellants,
Oh,
equaling
man.
But she
You
is
think she came up with that
fantastically
on her own?
fuel and
She is
oxygen.
fantastically calming. I could listen to her all day.
Oh, yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
about a few seconds.
Is that the
we'll
blonde
know
girl?
that
Ellie
Falcon
in
9 should
space?
start up. That
I don't
means that
know.
the
It's
onboard flight
I don't know
computers
what
have
she
taken
looks like.
over the launch countdown.
But her voice is pleasing.
Well, I know they've got one girl as one of their, she's an engineer of some sort, but she does a lot of their social media video stuff. Her handle or whatever you want to call it is Ellie in Space, and she'll do a lot of the live streaming and stuff like that.
Well, it's kind of like the military. You know, every public affairs officer in the Army or the Air Force I ever saw was attractive, but it was always female.
Well,
now you're Elon Musk and you're a billionaire.
With our Starlink satellites, including our
You don't think he's
first
maybe
6
combing through
direct-to-cell
resumes
satellites.
and like, is there a
Let's listen
picture with
in
this
on the final
resume
count.
for?
Oh, that's a
my,
given, right?
Yeah, you got to, right?
If you're distracted, you're not going to be asking ridiculous in-depth questions or calling them on their bullshit.
They're like, wow, look how good looking she. What was that explosion?
makes a
come
good
back
point.
to me. Come back to me.
10,
Yeah.
9, 8,
All right, here we go.
How many rocket launches have you guys seen in person?
5, 4,
I can
2.
2, 1.
I've seen
Yeah,
5.
I think I've got 3 when you're out of Vandenberg. Oh, there we
Goes
go.
Falcon X.
Nice.
SpaceX Falcon 9. Damn. This is that audio. That's badass.
Oh my.
Pitching downrange.
Oh
Wow.
my.
Stage 1 propulsion
Man,
is
the
nominal.
shit these cameras do these days, man.
I know exactly. They got a
Awesome.
camera on the outside of the rocket of
They've
stage
got them in the
1.
payload fairing. I mean, they've got them everywhere.
Thank
And
God
it's
they
so
have that.
cool.
Thank God they have that camera there, because the 2 that I saw at Vandenberg were about 5 seconds before it went into the clouds.
When it broke the cloud cover.
Like, oh, that was fun.
Power and telemetry.
Glad I got out here an hour early to see
Max
that.
Q is the largest amount of stresses that the
Yeah.
vehicle sees on ascent, so we do slow the vehicle down just a little bit in preparation for passing.
This
through
isn't their
Max
test bed.
Q.
Is this their test bed
That
one?
should be coming up
No, this
No,
one's
no,
launching
this
is our
Starlink.
normal one.
here in just
Yeah,
a
this
few
is-
seconds.
Yeah.
Isn't it
on
amazing how
Starlinks.
many they're launching at a time now? Like before, you'd have like 3 satellites
News,
on
we
a
have
launch.
passed through
And with the
21.
size of the Starlink, I know the size of the Starlink and the efficiency and fuel and all that stuff. Man,
Well, and the fact they can do multiple a week is just phenomenal.
oh, it's insane.
And look at that! Look at that at the bottom of the display, right?
They're just not as
Minute
risk
and a half
averse
into
as
Engine chill has started.
When-
Right.
'cause
That
NASA was
caller tells us that
constantly,
the engine
oh, we
on the
have to
second stage,
perform
that
or else
MVAC,
we're going to get
has begun
fired
to
or
flow
else
some supercharged
whatever
liquid
the next
oxygen
2
through the
years is
engine
going to
to
be, the
begin
funding's
bring
going to be
that
cut
hardware down,
or
I-
whatever,
down
you
Right.
know.
temperature.
Well, that's
So let's
and
get
Elon's like,
away
fuck,
from
blow it
managing
up, dude.
cutoff, stage
Dude, sounds good.
separation,
I got
second
another
made our goal.
70 over here. I can
So,
I
Yeah.
can put them up tomorrow.
After that, we will jettison the fairings. At this point in time, the first stage is experiencing about 3.3 Gs. Beautiful view there on your screen.
That's pretty impressive.
Of the vehicle as it's
That
just
is
lifted
so
off from
smart, because if you
Vandenberg
look at the bottom of the
space.
screen where it shows the phases that it's going through,
Yeah. Yeah, you can see the
Pretty
countdown
cool.
and
Able to see
Yeah,
that
it
yeah.
moved
beginning
to the separation of
deplete as
stage
we are
one and
preparing for main
the
engine
fairing
growth.
and all that. It's pretty neat and pretty impressive. You got the altitude and the speed.
Oh, that's in kilometers.
Main engine
Okay.
cut off.
Yeah, it's much cooler than running through the checklist,
Confirmed.
you know, in an
Yeah.
ops or somewhere with no video.
All right,
Right,
as you can
and,
see there
oh,
on your
goodness,
screen,
yeah.
successful MVAC ignition there on your right-hand side.
Well, I mean, look at that shit.
And before that, we
They're
had
fully willing just to,
first
Wow.
stage engine
man, that is cool.
shutdown and engines, or excuse me, stage separation. We can see here on the left-hand
The
side.
glow
of
on
the
this,
screen,
on that
the first
engine
stage
is
grid fins
ridiculous.
starting to
Yeah.
deploy.
Yeah.
Those help steer the booster.
Have you
back
seen
to
that picture of the
precise landing.
guy in the cone? Like the fairing of one of those engines?
Oh, how big they are?
Separation confirmed.
Yeah. And they're like, oh, there's
All
5
right,
of them
as
on
you
this,
heard
or
and
there's
just
4
saw,
of them on this.
successful fairing separation.
You're like, holy crap, that
marks
guy
the
is
9th flight
just
for one of those
this
fairing
big
halves
compared to
and
that.
the 11th flight for the other. We of course
You
will
know?
attempt to
Yeah.
recover those fairing halves again to use.
That's a
on
badass
future
video,
flight.
man.
Oh, he saved up all his bandwidth for that comment.
Eric, we should have got you like a pen and paper so you could write messages and hold them up.
Yeah, just hold them up.
It's the whiteboard.
Well,
Wow.
right now you guys can hear me. I
3
can see.
minutes
I
and
mean,
40
it's
Yeah.
my stuff's up
seconds
pretty
into
good.
flight, and
I'm
right
not,
now you're
Yeah, that's
looking
Not
awesome.
at a
steady,
view
buffering. Yeah.
from the second stage vehicle, looking at our
Yeah, like
MVAC
when my
engine.
daughter had her tonsils out, I
Burn
got her a
very
little
brightly
dry
there.
erase
The
board
first stage is making its way back
so she
down
could
to
just write
earth
the notes.
right
We
now,
write.
and it does
There you go,
take
Eric.
2 burns to
I'll use
make its
it.
way back down to
I
our
like it.
You should have
flight.
made her do Pictionary.
Of course,
and
that's
made it
the
really
Should've.
fun. Tonight's
Ice
scheduled flight.
cream.
No.
Those 2 burns coming up will be the entry burn, which is just about.
Well, and then just intentionally bring her the wrong thing. You know, she draws a bowl of ice cream and you
Oh,
bring
yeah.
her a bowl of soup or something.
It's a ramen.
And
Uncooked.
Watch her write mad.
Angry.
Angry. Hate
Daddy. We
daddy.
shut down those engines to conclude
The
engine
dry
burn.
erase
The
pens are like
atmosphere actually
parade
scrubs most of
at the
the
end of the
velocity as it's making
conversation.
its way back to
Because she's
landing
monkey
zone.
gripping it.
And then we use one final burn, a single engine burn, the center E9 engine.
Hey
will
man, I have a
reignite,
question. When
and
you
that
guys
will
are
help to slow
monitoring
the
a
vehicle
scope
down
and
just
seeing
in
this
time to
thing,
touch down for landing.
what's it come? Is it a
Again,
number
the
that you
entry
see
burn
on a
the
scope?
first
Is
stage
it a
coming up in
target? Is it
a little
a
over a minute from now.
when you guys are
Well,
tracking something? What's
And
it?
then you
What
can't
is
see
it?
on your
Can you
screen
say
on the
that?
bottom left-hand corner. You could
The
see
system
coordinates
provides you a
for
thing
the
called a
vehicle, so you can see
track.
its speed and
And the
altitude.
track has
For
various
the
data
second
in
stage
it
vehicle on
and
your
all that
right
kind of stuff. And
hand,
then, yeah, you
right
see
bottom corner
a
of your
trajectory
screen is where you
line
can see
on
the
the
telemetry for
screen
stage 2.
showing you the ballistic trajectory of whatever the target
We're
is.
1 minute away
Okay,
from the entry
so
burn
it
on the
reflects
first
as
stage
a number,
vehicle.
a dot,
Following
or
an
what?
altitude.
So
a-
here
Good
we'll do
call-outs
the
there.
very basic. What they
Both
had
first
was
stage and second stage are following
for
nominal
early missile
trajectories.
warning. They had what's called the Defense Satellite
Today's mission
Program,
marks SpaceX's
DSP. So DSP was a big
296th
satellite
overall
that
launch,
rotated once every 10 seconds.
and it is the
And
first
when it
of
rotated, it would
2024.
pick up an infrared signature every 10
Again,
seconds.
it is carrying
So
our
that
Starlink satellites for
Every
this
10
mission,
seconds, you'd have a
including
dot,
our
a dot,
first
a
6
dot, a
direct-to-cell
dot, a dot, and
satellites.
they would stay on the screen once it picked them up.
Now that entry
Okay.
And then the
burn on
computer
first
would go,
stage is coming
oh,
up in just
this
under
is in
20
such a
seconds.
line and such acceleration and all that stuff. So this must be a track, and it would develop a track out of all these dots it produces.
I just wondered what that track looked like, but it's dots.
It's dots, and
The
then
raw
and
data
then
is
the
dots,
computer
and then the
will
computer
will
do a
correlates it.
projected line on it.
Entry burn start.
Okay.
Now
And then
we
that's
have
projected over a
The
three-dimensional
color
Earth that you can
see
spin
on the
around.
screen,
right,
Those
right.
engines have relit
So-
on the first stage
That's cool.
vehicle.
And that's the
Just about a
basic stuff.
20-second
Much more
burn.
advanced stuff now, but that's the basic understanding of it. So all you see is dots.
Gotcha.
It's a good pick, Mike. Yeah, it's
Man,
good chance to live stream.
The
That's pretty
fact
cool.
that
Stage 1 entry burn.
the fact that all
There
scientists
we go,
for a
that
long
call out as
time
well. As you can
we're
see
like,
that the
we're just
engines
gonna
have
throw
shut
stuff
down
up
on the
there.
first stage
It'll
vehicle. That
eventually
concludes
burn
the entry
in.
burn.
We don't need to
Of
worry
course, the
about
2 burns
trash.
that
You
the
can't
first stage
land
requires
these
to make
again.
its way back to
And
landing.
then he's
The
like,
next burn
hold on,
is
I got
the
Oh
this.
yeah, we
In a
can.
matter of years. I mean, like,
That's
Just
exactly it. It
about
wasn't
a
a
minute and a
significant
half.
amount of time. I mean, he accepted blowing up a couple of random things, and then all of a sudden it was
Everything
working, and
continues
it
to look good
was working
for,
consistently.
both the first and
But if
second
you
stage.
think
know?
about it, and we've all been
You've been following along with that altitude there on the
on
left-hand side of your
like
screen for stage
an
one.
error board,
It
right?
actually kept
So something
increasing
went
in
wrong,
altitude
and it
until about 4.5
immediately
minutes,
goes
2
into
plus
this
4.5 minutes.
huge board of people trying to, you
As
know,
we can
what
see, it's
went wrong
getting
from you, what
closer
went
and
wrong
closer.
from
We are
you, and
targeting
it's just this
a landing
massive
on our
coalition
drone
of
ship just
all
via
the little
instructions.
errors before they make a decision and go
Excuse
forward.
me, of
That's
course,
way
I
down the
will
line.
review.
The civilian
And there
companies
we
are
just
like,
heard
what
a
happened?
call
And like,
out,
oh,
the
this
first
blew up because
stage
of
is
this.
transonic,
They're like,
telling us
fix
that
that,
it
and
is
then let's
traveling
move on.
near the speed of sound.
So it ditches
Now
all
only
that
6
bureaucracy
kilometers above
because the military has to
ocean.
present that report to hire, right? The
Yeah.
civilian
And
companies,
they're probably still
SpaceX is
doing
like, okay, we got it.
background.
I know what went wrong. Let's fix that. Let's go, right?
That's a
So it's
Yeah.
one
much
engine,
quicker response,
burn,
which
designed
leads to
to
much
Can we
more
go minor
development. And I
They were
think
doing
the
the
Air
calls. We
Force
should
could
see
do
it
that.
here. There we
They
go.
have the smart
So
minds to
we
do that,
the
but
first
they
stage is
are
lit one engine to
restrained by
prepare for
bureaucracy.
landing.
Stage 2 FTS has
So
6.
stage
Here we go. We see the
one
barge here in a
is
second.
landing.
Landing on our drone ship, which you there
Landing
see
on
Here you go, see the
going
ocean.
there now.
It's down to
Of course, I still love
200,
you.
100,
Look
100
at that. It's
kilometers
coming
an
down
hour.
onto the ship.
That's
Badass. Look at
freaking
that.
crazy. That's
Stage 1
crazy,
landing
man.
confirmed.
God, that is
A
awesome to be
beautiful
reused
nighttime
again.
shot there of a successful landing.
Just go
That
dust it
is
off and
Falcon 9
throw some more
touching
fuel in it.
down
Let's
for
go.
the 260th
That's badass,
overall
man.
successful
Wow.
recovery of
How long
an
does it take
orbital
that
class
barge to
rocket.
get back to?
And
Back
it's
to
a
land.
robotic barge.
Oh, is it?
I think it's pilotless. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
freaking cool.
I know.
The fact that he did that too was super smart.
Right.
He's like, I'll just take an old oil rig and launch from that. Fine.
Is
you
that what
know?
he's using?
There you go.
That's what the original one
The
was.
first
Wow.
It was
successful
that launch
for
platform that was an old
SpaceX
oil
of
rig,
2024.
like an old drilling rig, and
You're
it's
talking about sea
mobile,
launch?
right?
Launch of
Yeah, that sea
6
launch
of their
platform.
Starlink satellites
Wow,
featuring
that
the
is
direct-to-cell
so cool.
Isn't that
capability.
cool?
You know, it's always the
Earlier
small
commentary,
things.
they were
Like,
gonna
who would
be
have ever thought, hey,
testing
let's do it
out
off a
the
freaking oil rig
functionality
barge.
of their
And then
new
that
Yeah,
thing
I don't
works.
think
These
these
first 6
follow-on ones
satellites,
are oil
which will
rigs,
be
but
a bit
but that
brighter
was
than
where the
traditional
Sure.
Starlinks,
idea
but
was.
Concept
Oh,
came
work
from.
on
yeah.
Well, and
increasing
you're
brightness
confusing
as
the
they
launch with the
roll out
landing.
that
The landing was done on a barge. The
capability.
launch was done from whatever slick was out in California they used.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.